everyone. So as I was looking through the reading on this page, I thought, these graphs that are on here might be a little bit confusing and that you may just skip right over them, and I don't want you to miss the significance of them because they're really, really important. At the top of this page, there's this graph about immigration through Ellis Island, New York from 1880 to 1930. Okay, so we have this portion of the graph highlighted. So as a reader, I'm going, okay, so what is this actually showing me? Well, first it's showing me this is immigration pre-1880, this is immigration post-1880 up to 2000. I see this huge spike in immigration, over 1 million, that we never actually reach again. So that tells me this is a really, really significant movement of people into the United States in this 50-year time period. Now, along the left here, I initially was a little bit overwhelmed by all of these, the numbers, but then I realized that they're in order from largest to smallest, although the smallest is still 1.1 million listed here. This is showing the groups that that people were immigrating from. So we have Italian immigrants, Austro-Hungarian Empire, the Russian Empire, German Empire, Britain, Canadian, Irish, and Swedish, which shows me a couple of things. Not only was there a huge burst of immigration, but most of that immigration was from Europe. That's really, really significant because later when we studied the later post this wave of immigration right here, it's not going to be the case that they're all from Europe. And so this graph is showing us that that America was growing larger with an immigrant population, but a very specific immigrant population above and beyond others. Now, the other graph that I wanted to be sure I showed you is this one right here, which is actually a map of New York. And I'm going to open the image in a new tab because I want to see a larger version and actually just downloaded it to my computer. Actually here, I think this is linked as well. It is, there we go. So if I click on it, it opens up a larger version of this. Now, this is actually talking, this graph is demonstrating populations in New York since 2000. Okay, and so these color coding is showing me where people are from. So like this neighborhood right here, all Central and South America. This blue neighborhood right in here, all East Asia. And I go, wow, that's fascinating. Even after 2000, there's still these groups of ethnic neighborhoods inside of New York. People are not really integrating. They're sort of separating themselves. Look at this as an Eastern Europe block right down here. They're sort of separating themselves. Really fascinating graph for how people are not really mixing, even in a major metropolitan area like New York. I will give you a hint on a quiz this week. Let me open my downloads. I just opened it a minute ago. There we go. On the quiz this week, it will ask you to interpret a similar graph. So you're going to take a look at this. This is New York City in 1910. Huh, very interesting. Still mostly ethnic neighborhoods. We have a huge chunk of German immigrants here, Russian immigrants in here. These green areas are Irish immigrants, with not a lot of mixed neighborhoods. You have a couple like this one right here where different immigrant populations are mixing, but for the most part they were coming into New York and then establishing themselves in, Little China, Little Russia, Little Germany, or whatever. And that's really, really significant because it shows a lot about the way that people were interacting with each other. So even though they were immigrating into a new country, they were still hanging with people who were from their home country, which may or may not impact the ways that they integrate into the United States later. All right, just a hint. Thanks.